Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Ella Rose Thomas claims she loaned money to her son's ex so she and her child could attend his funeral, but she hasn't seen a dime.
All rise.
Kendra Hudson says she told Ms. Thomas she would pay her back just as soon as she gets back on her feet.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Thomas versus Hudson. Ms. Thomas, you are suing Ms. Hudson for $2,875 for breach of contract. Is that correct?
This is correct, Your Honor.
You say that you gave a loan in good faith and it was expected to be repaid. Is that correct?
This is correct.
And Ms. Hudson, you say that the money was support and not a formal loan.
Correct.
All right, what kind of loan was this? What kind of money did you give her and why?
The defendant, Ms. Kendra, she was down on her luck yet again, and I wanted her to come to my son's funeral out of respect for my son.
How do you know her? Wait a minute. Your son passed.
My son passed.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Let me first start by saying that. Now,
Thank you.
How did you know Ms. Hudson?
She was dating my son.
All right, so she was in a relationship.
Yes, they were in a relationship.
When your son passed?
No, at the time of his passing, they weren't together, but they were in a relationship before then.
Okay, and
Yes.
was this a happy relationship?
It was an on and off. They were on to, on 1 minute, off the next, so.
Okay, were you on and off with her son, Ms. Hudson?
A little bit. He didn't want to formally commit to me. I did want that, but he wasn't ready for that.
All right, and so you were in an on and off relationship, non-committal relationship.
Non-committal.
For 5 years.
Yes. However, we do have a son together.
You do have a son?
Yes.
All right, how old is your son?
He's 5.
5 years old. All right, and so continue, Ms. Thomas.
After my son passed, out of respect for my son, and I know that he had, love for the defendant, I thought maybe she should come to the funeral. So I reached out to her and I said, well, I could lend you X amount of money for you to come to the funeral. And she took the money. And even though in her text messages that I have proof of, Your Honor, even though in the text messages she said that she would give me the money back when she had it, when she was at my house, when she actually came, she told me an exact date that she would give me my money back.
All right. And so you submitted your evidence to the court.
This is correct.
And I'm going to look here. Good afternoon, Kendra. I haven't heard anything from you regarding the funeral. Can we expect you and Cedric, that's the son's name, right?
Correct.
Hi, Miss Ella. I'm trying to be there. It's been really hard. I don't know where I'm going to find the $900. You
Correct.
express it's expensive.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. How much do you need for rent? To catch up on everything plus the late charges, I need $1,975. You seem to be very amenable to helping her. You say, and she says that's so kind. I don't see her indicating when she'll pay you back and at what date.
Here at the end of the page, she says, oh my God, that is so kind. I'm not sure when I can pay you back. That's what she said in the text message. But about time she had reached my home, she had gave me an exact date. I whipped out the calendar and we came up with an exact date that she would give me the money. Now I understand that this is a verbal type thing and I have actually no proof of that though, but it should still stand for something because I'm telling you, she told me when she could give me my money back.
When you talked on the phone,
Yes.
did you say, thank you for giving me the money, I can pay you back Because you do indicate in their text message that you don't know when you could pay
Exactly.
back.
I said, I'll pay you back when I can.
So you did say that?
I did say that. We never had this conversation that she just mentioned at her house with a particular date. That was never had. This was the exchange that we had regarding the money. It was never a formal repayment plan that was made. I simply said, when I can.
How many days, months go by?
It was 2 months.
So 2 months went by.
It had been 2 months. And mind you, in the meantime, I have friends that's on her social media. She's all taking these lavish trips, and she has the money, but
Your
she
Honor,
hasn't
that's
offered to give me not one dime. So,
That is
Wait,
not-
were you out on trips?
I
Miss
was not
Hudson?
out on trips, and also during this time, I was in between jobs.
Did you present these pictures to the court?
that's the actual picture of my son and her and who she claims to be my son's son.
I don't have any proof that she was on a trip.
Correct, because I
But
was
that
not.
really doesn't have anything to do with this money.
Yes, it does, because how are you on a trip enjoying your life and you owe me money?
I wasn't on a trip. Any trips?
No. But the point is, she already said she owed you the money and acknowledged that she told you she was going to pay back.
Coming up,
She always got her hand out. She always need help. So he was going to help the young lady anyways.
Did you put his name on the birth certificate, or did he sign an acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes, he signed.
He ain't signed nothing.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ella Rose Thomas, who brought Kendra Hudson to court for not paying a loan.
Now, her being on the trips may make you mad, but it's already been established that she said she was going to pay you back. It's been established right here in this courtroom. If it was not thoroughly established via text message, she's admitted that this was a loan. So here's the $1975 from the Zelle and the $900.
Haven't received no payback, no update on when she can give me anything. I'm always asking, but she doesn't have an answer for me. So when do I get my money back?
And so from what your friends were saying to you, you began to feel like this woman was just taking money from you.
I felt disrespected, yes.
Because
Yeah, I
she
think that's
did
a
attend the
disrespect.
funeral.
She attended the funeral. She didn't have to come, but
Did
yeah,
your
she
son
attended.
acknowledge paternity of Cedric before his passing? Is he on the birth certificate?
Yes, I have the birth
You
certificate
can put anybody's
here.
name on a birth certificate. That doesn't mean anything. And no, not directly. My son didn't. You know, my son has
That's
just had
not
a good
true.
heart.
He always said he was the
Your
father.
Honor, Your Honor, listen. Don't listen to her. Listen to me. My son has had a good heart. Okay, he was gonna help her out anyways, and she always got her hand out. She always need help, so he was gonna help the young lady anyways, though. But
Did you put his name on the birth certificate, or did he sign an acknowledgement of paternity? All
ain't
I see
signed
is a birth
nothing.
certificate.
Yes, he signed.
He ain't signed nothing.
Yes, this is the birth certificate here. His name is on here. He did sign.
But
He
his
is-
name, no, his name is on there, but you did not present an acknowledgement of paternity, meaning did he acknowledge paternity as well?
This is all I have to
All right,
show this.
So he's on the birth certificate.
Yes.
He always held out that this child was his.
Correct. To the point
Did he
where
ever question paternity?
no.
I saw that head nod.
she's a tricky one. She's a hot one now.
He was the only person I was with during that whole time frame. It's the only.
But you admitted that you were in a non-committal relationship.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that I was out with other people.
No, it doesn't mean you were, but it also means that you definitely probably had the opportunity and the right, if you wanted to, because it was
The
non-committal.
opportunity and right, but that doesn't mean I
So
took
now, was there ever a question of paternity, Ms. Thomas?
Yes,
During the time when your son was alive and active in Cedric's life, because he was active in the child's life, correct?
I think that he was active in the child's life just, because he felt sorry for the young lady. She didn't have anybody else helping her. I told you, before, she's always been in need. So he just wanted to go ahead and help her out. But I don't think that my son ever actually believed that that son is his. And I definitely don't believe it.
Cedric's 5, how much of a relationship did you have with the child while your son was here?
I didn't have very much of a relationship at all. She wouldn't let me. I would always reach out. Now, we had little FaceTime sessions, but she would never want to, come to Florida and bring the baby or anything like that.
To be honest, Kendall was the one that said that Cedric should be older when he meets you, and it's probably because he knows how you are.
How does the child need to be older to meet the grandmother?
That's what Kendall told me. And I've seen behavior from Miss Ella that I don't feel comfortable with Cedric being around anyway.
Well, if she was all these things, why'd you take her money?
Because
Exactly.
I love when people can't stand people. I can't stand her. She's not this. She didn't do this. She
Exactly.
didn't do that. But she good enough to get that money. But the point is that when she said she could loan you the money,
Yes.
you did take it.
I did,
So
and
my
I felt-
point is that while you may feel like there are personality traits that you may not prefer or jive with, you still took the money, you still went there.
I
And
did.
that still is, to your testimony, your son's grandmother. So why is it when I look at you, Miss Thomas, you seem to question?
Because I don't believe that son belongs to my son. I don't believe that child belongs to my son. I believe that she sees my son and my family as a meal ticket, okay, because we have been providing for her. Just like I gave her the money, she has no intention to ever pay it back.
That's not true. And you haven't
So
been.
let me ask you this. If you didn't think, because now it's the light bulb's coming on now, because I'm thinking to myself, well, if this is your grandchild and you want to make sure your grandchild
I don't
gets to
think he
your
is.
son's funeral,
I don't think he is.
Then why not just loan the money? And if she can't pay it back right away, why are we coming to court? What the real issue is that you don't know for certain.
I don't think he is.
If it is your son's biological
Correct.
child.
And if I had thought that he was my son, I would have gave her the money, and she wouldn't have had to pay me back a dime. But it's because I do question her and her integrity, in which I always have. She owes me that money back.
So let me ask you this. Why do you have so much condemnation towards Ms. Hudson when she testified that she wanted to be in a committed relationship with your son, but your son didn't want to have a committed relationship? Did he ever tell you about that? Like, Ma, I like her, but I don't think I want to commit.
You know, like I said, Your Honor, I just believe that she saw my son and my family as a meal ticket. You know, she's always in between jobs, in between, you know, apartments or houses, always has her hand out, that
It's
type
not
of
true.
thing. So, yeah, yes, it is.
None of this is
Yes, it
actually
is.
true. I'm not
Yes, it
always in
is.
between
And the
jobs,
proof
and
is right
she's saying
here.
she
The proof is
provides
right
for me.
here.
She helped
This
me one
This is
time.
not a text thread where I owe her money. This is a text thread where she owes me money.
All right, I've heard enough. I can see right now that while it is important that we resolve this breach of contract issue, what's more important, not just for your sake, but for Cedric's sake, is that we resolve once and for all this question of paternity that's obviously looming in your mind.
Amen. Because
Now-
he doesn't look anything like my son or anybody in my family.
Coming up,
Ms. Hudson allowed Cedric to be tested with you because you are your son's closest living relative.
Great.
And through that testing, we can determine whether or not Cedric is your biological grandchild.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ella Rose Thomas, who brought Kendra Hudson to court for not paying a loan.
I'll tell you what, plaintiffs lie, defendants lie. But what we do know is the DNA never lies.
And that one sure lies.
So-
This one right here sure lies, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay.
So luckily, Ms. Hudson allowed Cedric to be tested with you because you are your son's closest living relative.
Great.
And through that testing, we can determine whether or not Cedric is your biological grandchild. And I have those results. Is there anything anyone would like to say before I read the results?
Well, I just want to say that if that child is not my son's, I don't ever want to see this young lady again. I don't ever want her coming around my family expecting anything. I just want it to be over. I don't ever want to see her again.
Is there anything you'd like to say, Ms. Hudson?
No, Your Honor.
In the case of Thomas versus Hudson, as it relates to the paternity of Cedric Hudson, a paternity test was performed using DNA from the paternal grandmother, Ella Rose Thomas, and Cedric Hudson. It has been determined by this court the probability of relation is...
Coming up.
I know you've gone through a lot. I can see how hurt both of you are. Both of you have been fighting back tears since you got in here.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ella Rose Thomas, who brought Kendra Hudson to court for not paying a loan.
The probability of relation is 70.999%, which means, Miss Thomas, your son was Cedric's biological father.
See?
I don't believe it.
You don't believe, she just read the DNA results.
I don't believe it.
How can you not believe it?
I don't believe it.
Well, Miss Thomas, you don't have to believe it. As I said to you, plaintiffs lie, defendants lie all day. The DNA doesn't lie. And I know you've gone through a lot. I can see how hurt both of you are. Both of you have been fighting back tears since you got in here. And I understand that this is a lot of chaos that has come after such a huge loss. And I think, Ms. Thomas, right now, while the relationship between Ms. Hudson and yourself is not ideal, I think if you give it some time and some grace, you may be able to form a better working relationship for the sake of your grandchild, because I know you want to be in his life. That's your son's legacy. That's your legacy. So I have often had to say, and I will say it to both of you, do not let the pain cloud your perspective, right? Think about the big picture. This was $2,875 that now you know at least you loaned to your grandchild's mother.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
In this courtroom today, Ms. Hudson, you've been clear that you told her, I'm going to pay you back this money. This court finds that you still need to pay her back that money. And I'm going to say this, she does not have the best opinion of you right now. But I believe that if you do that and you begin to pay her back the money that you do owe her,
Yes.
that things will improve as you show that you are trustworthy, reliable, right?
Yes.
And who you say you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right?
Yes.
All right. Judgment for the plaintiff for $2,875. I wish you all the best of luck. Take care of that beautiful little boy. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,875.
I guess if the DNA says that he is a part of my family, I'll have to, learn to love and accept this young lady.
And Miss Ella, I do appreciate that this is for Cedric, and I want you to be part of his life.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.